here, and today we're going to talk about what actually happens behind the pet trade community, specifically chain pet stores like Petco, PetSmart, and Petland. I'm sorry I haven't filmed a video in a little while. School has just been really busy, and I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be like, but I do want to put out content for you guys because I do love you guys all so much. I always feel bad when I don't have time to film these videos. If you guys don't know, about a year ago this month, I got a Crested Gecko from Petco. It was my first ever reptile, and this is pretty much like the month that I actually really started my channel, which is amazing because now we have 1,000 subscribers, which blows my mind every day. I wasn't too educated on the whole pet chain thing and how they treat their animals behind the scenes, and I was just thinking I was saving it. But you're not really actually saving these animals, you are just contributing to these horrible conditions. The chain pet stores think it's okay to just do these things, get animals from horrible places because their sales are okay. This is why I want to tell you guys a story about PETA going undercover in one of these mass trading places. This happened in Arlington, Texas, and it has since been shut down. If you don't know what PETA is, it is kind of like people that go and save animals from animal cruelty and stuff. And before I start talking about this, I just want to say that if you are faint of heart about animal cruelty and animal abuse and don't want to see some pictures, because I know I will probably be showing some pictures, then I would not recommend watching this video. This video is to spread awareness of things that happen like this. And if you want to read the article yourself, then you can go and check it out down below. So the mass breeding facility was called U.S. Global Exotics, and it was based in Arlington, Texas. It sold many of their animals to Petco, PetSmart, and Petland. I luckily don't have many Petlands around me, but as you can see from other pet YouTubers, they have not really had the best luck with animals there. At this breeding facility, they had over 10,000 animals there, and only 3 to 4 people to care for all of them. So, as you can probably tell, things probably didn't get done, and things probably weren't properly cared for, and it was kind of just like a race to make sure these animals were well enough to be sold. The breeding facility included small animals such as hamsters, gerbils, hedgehogs, ferrets, chinchillas, and reptiles such as snakes, lizards, turtles, and also amphibians like frogs. And they also sold wild animals that should not be sold and should be living out their lives. Wallabies, sloths, and anteaters. And you only ever read about those in the books. People don't really usually keep those as pets. They were probably wild caught and taken from the wild and sold. And having 10,000 animals in this small breeding facility probably caused a lot of crowding and a lot of neglect to many of the animals. Many of these animals were denied of their natural habitats, such as, a Crested Gecko needs this specific setup, humidity, vines, and a lot of them didn't get that. And they were also not given their food, their water, their basic humidity and heating and veterinary care. Nobody was actually caring for these animals. They were just objects to them, and they didn't care. They just wanted to get a profit off them. And being in those close quarters with many of the animals surrounding each other, disease was more than likely a possibility to happen, and they wouldn't humanely put them down. They weren't given that right either. There were also many primates there, such as monkeys and stuff, in dark and locked cages. Those primates that were confined to these such small cages and spaces did repetitive movements such as backflips and gnawing at the cages and trying to break free and trying to escape these people, but nobody helped them. Their way of putting these animals down humanely, if they were sick or injured, was to throw them in a freezer and let them freeze to death. While undercover, there was a vascular outbreak in many of the snakes, and they were contracting it from one another from being so close. They had vets come check them out, and since they didn't have the time or the money to care for them properly, they just threw them all in the freezer and killed them. They even killed a squirrel with an open neck wound and threw it in the freezer. They killed a chinchilla with a prolapsed rectum in the freezer because they didn't want to help them. They thought they were a lost cause, and they couldn't sell them right away to a pet store because of this. This breeding facility sold captive bred and wild-caught animals. So there's a chance that many of these people that were buying animals from these chain pet stores were getting them wild-caught. And a lot of animals that are wild-caught don't do well in captivity. A lot of them die very quickly because they should be out in the wild where they're supposed to be, not indoors, locked in cages. This breeding facility also had bought a lot of snakes, and they were at the International Airport in Texas. and they were kept in pillowcases for weeks at a time, days at a time, and they weren't given food or water. And those who survived that whole ordeal were sent right to pet stores, such as Petco, Petland, PetSmart. To think that there's animals out there right now that are sitting in pet stores, chain pet stores, going through this. They were just put through these horrible conditions, and then they're just shoved in a glass terrarium where people can point and stare at them. When you're buying from chain pet stores, you don't really know what this animal has been through. You just know that it was well enough to survive and be sold. This mass breeding facility was since shut down and was brought to court. And they have since saved 26,000 animals from going through this and being sold to chain pet stores. 26,000 animals saved from these conditions. And that's a lot of animals. Just think how many more animals had to go off from this place and be sold in pet stores to someone who had no clue or died because of it. It's just heartbreaking. This video is to spread awareness to stop buying from chain pet stores, because there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. And who knows, maybe that Crested Gecko I bought a year ago went through those exact same conditions, and that makes me feel sick. So please, adopt, don't shop. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'm sorry it was kind of not a happy video to really put out there, but if you guys want to see me read more of these, then let me know down in the comments below. Maybe we can make this into a little series, because I think it's very important to spread awareness to things like these. I'm thinking of doing Q&A, so if you guys have any questions, then let me know down in the comments below, or video requests, let me know. As always, make sure you like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. I love you guys all so much, and bye!